hello, and indeed it's a warm welcome to the talk with Tariro. We are in the festive season, festive mood. So everyone is really celebrating, and as usual, during this particular time, we try and make it light and interesting and bring to you our country's celebrities, those people that you don't get to meet on a day-to-day basis, and hear from them how the year has been. We know 2020 with COVID, it's been a nightmare for everyone. And today we want to actually look at how it has been in the music industry. And on the program, we are joined by Nyasha Timbe. He is a music producer, a musician. He is indeed everything. Nyasha, welcome to the Talk with Tariro.
Oh, it's such a pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Finally meeting you in person.
Thank you.
I'm the one who's blessed with greatness right now.
Yes, we are in the festive season. What's up with you?
I'm going to be doing maybe family and a couple of gigs, just coming from COVID and there was nothing much coming. So we're finally doing shows and a little performances. That's what's going to be going on. Yeah.
People might want to know, because when you're just singing there or you're producing, the people that you produce their music, we don't get to know who is Nyasha. So we want to know who is Nyasha Timbe.
So Nyasha Timbe, I can say, is just a simple guy. I was born in Mutare, raised in Marondera. I was raised by a single mom. Shout out to mom.
Uh-huh.
And I turned 29 this year, so next year it's gonna be my 30th. And I'm a music producer. I do songwriting and I sing as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So if you're saying I'm a music producer and then I do songwriting, what's the difference there?
Yeah, there are different things, because production-wise is where we make the records. Like the ones you listen to, there are guys behind them, like making the instrumentals, arranging the vocals, and making them to make them tracks. Then there's a guy who writes a song from scratch, like come with an idea, like we want to sing about love or heartbreaks and jot it down. That's a songwriter. Then there's a guy who just a singer who comes to a already written song, and I'm giving them a song and say, sing this. That's a singer.
Oh, so you can actually write a song for me.
Exactly.
I wish I had a good voice. My voice is just terrible.
No, don't worry,
when I'm singing, it's like I'm talking. Okay, so it's not every singer who is also a songwriter.
Exactly. Maybe, yeah. In America, most of the hits were written by some other people. But it's just that here in Zimbabwe, people are not really accepting the fact that somebody can actually write a song and give it to you. You can just perform. So usually what's happening, we ghostwrite. I've written a couple of these songs I cannot mention.
Oh, for people?
Yeah.
But why is it that they would not want us to know that it's Nyasha who actually wrote? So you're paid for it?
Yeah.
And then for your silence to say, okay, seal your lips.
Exactly.
Zip them.
Exactly. Zip them. So don't even talk about
So even if we try and bribe you, you won't even tell us which ones you
can be killed. You can be killed for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who have you produced?
I've done works for Cindy Munyari. I've worked with Rocky. I've worked with Pastor G.
Where is Rocky?
Rocky is just coming back. Just now he's back in the studio doing a couple of tracks. He's trying to find his way back to the to the modern scene right now.
The funny thing with Rocky, when I was starting my TV shows, he was one of the guys that I actually interviewed long back before he even became famous.
Oh,
and then when he became famous, I actually wanted to say, you still remember we spoke once, because then he really became famous. And it's good to hear that he's actually coming back.
Exactly.
And because he is indeed talented. So you worked with him on which songs?
Recently we did one in Onzi Nai. Yeah, it's recently new.
And Cindy?
Yeah. Cindy, I did Parere Moyo. And
what were you doing on Parere Moyo?
I
producing.
Yes.
So when you're saying you're producing, for TV, when I'm producing, I know what I'll be doing. But for music, when you're saying I'm music producing, what will you be doing
there? Let me explain the process on that song. She came with the song. Then she sang to me. So what then happens? An artist can come with a song. Then I'll say, which song are we working on? Then they sing. I'll come with an idea. Like maybe we want an African vibe with a modern feel to it. Then my job is now to to bring that idea to life. You know, creating the beats, playing a little bit of keyboard there just to make it sound nice. Then I'll record them, mix and master. Then when the production is all done, I would say I will have produced the record.
So you do everything there.
Exactly.
You know, there's something that I've always wanted to ask, where someone sings in this tone and next in that tone, and then next in that tone, and you are hearing the three of them. So is that what you then call mixing in music, where there's the tenor, bass, whatever, but it's one person, but you hear them here and there and there, and all of them there. Is
that's not mixing. It's
what
part
is
of
that?
recording. Because what we do recording text. Like we can say maybe I, then I record that. Then I play back that and say I, you know, on top of that I've done. So I can lay maybe up to 100 vocals, you know, depending to my liking and the way I want them to sound. Then all we do now, mixing, is just making those a lot of vocals sound smoother and perfect together. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is just, you said it's called what?
Mixing.
It's just mixing.
Like
and
mixing
the
and
songs I. That is what, that's just singing.
Yes, they're just singing. Then my job is now to make those
To make
a lot
those
of vocals sound nice. Yeah,
All right. So music producing is difficult then.
yeah, it is. A lot of people don't know it.
Because I actually thought it's almost similar like what we do when we're producing a TV show. But I'm seeing this actually does take time. It's almost like our earlier days in broadcasting with radio, where when we're editing, we had something like, I can't even remember. You know, you would cut and then join. Then cut and join, you know,
goodness.
before it became digital.
Digital, you know,
Yeah, exactly. So I'm seeing some similarities with what you are talking about.
Yes.
So as we wrap up the first segment, having you, you know, we would want you to sing for us in the first segment, because really each segment is going to end because we are in the festive mood. So having a music producer, a singer on the show, it's an advantage for us.
Okay. You're gonna have me to perform for you for free. I can tell.
Yeah, you know.
All right, no, that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So this is Wagasina Newamwe. I did it on a project I did last year. It was on an album I did. So it goes like, should I sing for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. It goes like, Wakandida panguva yandaitinizve rudo zvandirahamba, wakauya muupenyu wangu ukasandura mararamiro angu, girl, sechaedza murima wakandivhenekera, yeah. And then you changed me, wakasiyana nevamwe vanokova rudo, wakasiyana nevamwe vanokova rudo, kare zvaindinetsa ndichamuwanepiko, ane rudo nendi anondida sezvandiri.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wakasiyana nevamwe.
You see, you get a voice. You actually have a voice. Nice.
Well, that's Nyasha Timbe on the Talk with Tariro on our festive season episode. I'm sure after this I will be a musician as well. Join us after the break. Welcome back. We are continuing with our festive episodes. And on the program today, like I said, we have Nyasha Timbe, who is a music producer, a singer. And I'm sure, like I said, by the time we finish this episode, I will be a musician of note and expect my single in 2021. And he's going to produce me.
Yes, it's coming.
You're going to write it.
Exactly.
Ghost write it, so that when I'm being interviewed, I'll be like, you know, I dreamt about this song. You know, this is what happened. But you would have written the song.
Yeah.
Because we heard there's something that's called ghost writing.
Yes.
It's intellectual property. I'm really interested in understanding more in terms of that.
Right.
You know,
yes.
it's almost similar to where you hear people saying somebody wrote a thesis for somebody, and
Exactly.
this person is now being called a doctor. And I
That's what's
always feel it's
happening.
important that I do acknowledge the person who would have done this other
Exactly.
work. But yeah, it depends. So I want to really find out 2020. Let's do a reflection in terms of this is really serious for me. When I'm looking at the music industry,
Yes.
you know, there are people who've lost jobs in other professions
Yes,
due to COVID-19. How has it been for the music industry?
It has been tough, for some other artists, the ones who depend on performing. So you can imagine somebody who's used to go out and gig every weekend, and they can no longer do that because of the restrictions and stuff. For speaking for me, it has been different because I've already been doing my work the same way I was doing before, because I work from home as well. But for going to do shows and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it has been tough because some people have been, depending on handouts, stuff like that. So it has been really tough.
So what would you say has been a lesson learned? Because, maybe 2-3 years down the line, something like COVID might come. And really what COVID has taught us in the different atmospheres, and life would
Yes.
never be the same. There are some companies who are now saying, do we need these jobs, or do we even need these offices when people could
Exactly.
actually perform from home? There are even others who
Exactly.
are now talking about, will we even be able to fly to all those conferences where we used to go because we could meet globally? I remember I actually saw the president, I think it was a SADC or some meeting that they had. Each one is in his country. They are seated there, a number of NGOs, conferences internationally being done on Zoom. So you would see that it's tickets that have been saved. Lots of
Yes.
costs have been reduced, but you would find airlines would now be saying, we are going to suffer because people are not going to be
real.
traveling. So
Yeah.
you see that it's really going to be affecting
A lot of
different,
different departments and everything.
differently.
Yeah.
So for the music industry, what would you say this has been a lesson learned, and this will not be the same?
I think people have learned that they need to do side gigs. Don't depend on being on the stage all the time. You need to invest the little monies you get. Just try to do something on the side that can make you survive when you're off stage. Because when people are being told, tomorrow is not going to be the same. People just think, tomorrow I'm still going to be on top. I'm going to be a star and stuff like that. But this really was a lesson. No traveling, because some people were doing shows online and selling tickets online.
Exactly.
So now you can actually do a show in your lounge and you can sell tickets.
So were people actually buying the tickets?
Yeah, for real, some did.
So that's a different way of actually doing it.
Yeah.
Where we are then saying you can perform online.
Exactly. And from the production side, I was still producing, but without people coming to my studio. Somebody can record in their home studio and they can email the files.
And if
to
I
me.
don't have the equipment within my home,
See,
what happens?
Another lesson.
Exactly.
So these guys should
invest in their own equipment.
Exactly. Because now these guys I do stuff for people, Zambia, South Africa, Australia and stuff like that. They just send the files, email me, then I do the rest and send the final product.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The music industry is completely different from the way it works. Any other challenges that you would say when we are looking at COVID? These are the challenges that you would say we have faced. And when you're encouraging your fellow colleagues to say, have side gigs, are these side gigs music related, or we're already saying it's something different where you're saying maybe sell clothes?
Maybe.
What are you saying?
Maybe something different, something totally different.
But my passion is music.
Your passion is music, but your money you can invest in your brother, maybe somebody who does have a passion in something else. Just invest, so that you can have sayings coming whilst you're not performing.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
because some have done that. The likes of Fanana XQ, they have their side gigs. They can survive without even performing.
All right.
It is. So yeah. Lesson learned.
We are indeed lesson learned. Yes, we are in the festive mood, festive period, but really 2020, we can never run away from the fact that it has been a wake-up call, and we are hearing how it has changed the dynamics in the music industry. And Nyasha is saying, instead of just focusing on one thing, just as advice to his fellow musicians, fellow producers, he's saying, have a side gig. Let's sing another song as we conclude this second episode. Just 30 seconds, and I'm going to join in.
So this one, most of my songs are personal, self-inspired.
Yeah.
So this one is titled Ride or Die. I was in love the time I wrote the song. So it goes like this. Unoziziva takafita na, baby. Though sometimes chimbonets are girl. We make up when we break up. So you know one do. Of course that you know. Kunyangwende chimbora sikazizive kutia pana. Cause I'll be your ride or die, baby. Yeah, yeah. Iwe nini tichagari sana. So chose, ziri mumoyo. Amagundesha ko. Sisize manye pondo kuda. Disine wendi nonetsekana. Yeah, kunetekana. Shanje zondi peza mafuta, girl. Dichinetekana. Disine wendi noneteka, baby. You my ride or die. Yeah, yeah.
Aha. And after the break, we would want to find out what happened to that ride or die. He said I was in love, which means now he's not in love. So we want to know Nyasha Timbe's love life. Join us after the break. Welcome back. We continue with our discussion on the Talk with Tariro. We are doing our festive episodes where we celebrate our own Zimbabwean celebrities. And today on the program, we have Nyasha Timbe. And before we went for the break, he was singing for us about his ride or die. He said that time he was in love. What happened? We want to hear about Nyasha's love life and the way you are laughing.
Yeah, you say
what happened? Life happened.
Life happened. I don't know. It's a long story, but speaking of COVID, like the lockdown and everything, it really had an impact on me.
On your relationship.
For real, yeah.
Oh, shame. But COVID, why? What happened?
For real. Because you know what happened? I'm a dad of two. I was married, before then. I've got 2 kids. So my family was staying in Marondera when COVID came, the lockdowns and everything. So I was working from here, and I think I had 2 months not going home because,
Marondera?
Yeah.
70 kilometers there.
Exactly, my bad. But to my justification, it was like, if I go there and I might not be able to come back, I might not be able to hustle.
To work, yeah.
Exactly. And that time they understood. They said, I don't know, it's okay. But with peer pressure and everything, people that side were saying, no, he's got a wife that side as well. How can he stay 2 months without
2
even
months?
coming? You know what I mean?
Nyasha says the
Speaking
truth.
from your reaction, I get it. Then to me, I was trying to justify myself, like, okay, if I go, I was scared. Then I didn't. But I was calling them every day. Like, you know what? I know you want me there, but I'm going to come there.
Was this a wife or a girlfriend?
Wife.
I
was going to go there.
Zimbabwe, listen to this story. Nyasha, say the truth and shame the devil.
For real. Then I was talking to her almost every day. Like, girl, this is what's happening. Babe, this was happening. Then she was understanding. She seemed understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Then I was like, it's okay. Then later, she just started to go act weird. And I'm like, I heard you've got a wife there. I heard you were here in Marondera. You were seen by, you know, like people. They say, we actually saw him coming out of your house here and stuff like that. So I was like, I wasn't even there. I can't even leave the house here, even getting in town. Now, because I was staying in Hellisview by the time. Getting in town was really tough.
It was tough, yeah.
I'm not even getting in town. Then I understood it was peer pressure and I had stayed long, right? Then I was quiet. Then she started sending me messages like, you can now go pay or your gupuro to my family and stuff like that. Chichi, you really don't love me anymore. And stuff like that. And I was like, girl, I'm calling you every day. I understand, okay, it's been long, but I'm going to come because I was going to go for a trip to my chair care for a certain project.
Yes.
Then I told her the exact dates. So it went on and went on and went on. Then she was telling her family, the family started calling me like, you're abusing our daughter and
By
stuff
not
like
coming.
that by not coming. And there were a lot of stories that were coming like, yeah, she's arutambudzwa, you know, stuff like that. Then I was like, okay, cool. What do you want to do? Then she was like, I want to go to my place. I want to go back, you know. Then I was like, no, that's rational. Don't be rational with this, you know, because just a moment, I'm going to be there. And I'm preparing for you guys to come here as well, you know, just when the restrictions are lifted a little bit, you know. Then I found an apartment. I even told her that there's an apartment waiting for you here and everything. Then, you know, I think she had this idea like, I'm done with this guy. Maybe he's really doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
And you were not doing anything?
I wasn't doing anything.
Say the truth and shame the devil.
I wasn't People don't believe me whenever I say that. I wasn't even doing anything. Then I was telling her, no, girl, I'm not even doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Then the family and a lot of people watching the phone, you know how it is. Even my boys were like, what's wrong? Because people in my circle
They
understood
knew
what was going
what
on.
was happening, yeah.
Then I'm telling my guys, like, guys, please, can I plan? Then one of my guys, but then you take it, you know, later, like to travel.
To travel.
Yeah. Then I finally managed to go there. But because of my job and everything, I'm not usually always there to represent myself when these domestic issues are being discussed.
Yeah.
Then this time I decided I'm going to represent myself.
Yeah.
You know? Then my mom was like, you're not going to the in-laws, they'll beat you there. I'm like, no, mom, let me just go and represent myself. I haven't done it before. These guys always hear the second-hand stories about me and stuff like that. The social media, you know, behind the scenes and videos, I'm a woman and they're circulating in the in-laws groups and they're saying, look what he's doing.
Look,
You know, then I had to go there myself. Then I started my story and I started saying stuff like, even stuff about her that they didn't even know.
Oh,
then
my
they
goodness.
realized, okay, then they were like, do you understand? Then they were saying like, you guys go fix yourselves.
Yeah.
And give him the chance. He said he just wanted maybe just a few weeks to bring you guys in.
Yeah.
Then she said, cool. The moment we went back home, she was like, dude,
I'm done.
I'm leaving. Dude, find me a car. And I was like, what? Then I had to find a car. It was night. Then I had to find a car. Like, I called my guy, like, guy, you know, it's not really nice here. It's not looking good. She said she wanna go to her mom's place and stuff like that. So please, come. Then I called my guy. Because this time I wasn't being, you know what I mean? Then I was like, okay, fine. Whatever you want to do, it's okay.
So that's how your marriage ended.
Then she came. Then the guy came, then kids. My mom went to kids, and then I went there, see the place where they're going. I wasn't even happy with the place. She said, I want to take the kids. And I'm like, no, there's a life I want for my kids.
Yeah.
So it's not cool the way you want to raise them. I wasn't even happy with the place. I told the family, I'm not even happy with the place where she's going with my kids. I've set the standards I want. Then I left her there. For her, it was something like she wanted. She was wanted people be telling her like, if you go start yourself, you'll be fine. You know, you'll be fine. There's greener pastures out there. Then that's how we did.
Oh.
Then I let her go. Then maybe, you know, the guys started, she started doing stuff as well, you know.
Okay.
Then I was like, that's okay, cool. So that's how COVID affected me relationship-wise.
COVID, you did affect Nyasha's marriage. We do hope that you will be able to fix it. Last song for our viewers.
Okay. So this song, get me right, I wrote it before everything. some time back when my brother just got married. Sometime my mom actually said, "You are singing about your brother," but I wasn't. It is called "I Need You." It goes like, "Because you know, andina mufaro, mufungwa ndaperewa nemazano, wanano yangu ndipo paperera sarungano. Oh, hanzi unondiuraya nenzara pano, ndamboyedzawo kushingirira, reka ndimbodzokera kuvabereki vangu. Uwo mapindwa neiko mai mwana, ingawani makati to the end with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Akoma pindwa neiko mai mwana, ingawani makati till the end with me. Yeah, yeah. Cause Mungu zikushushikana. Yeah, pamazuwa zinupa zino woma girl. Dipo pando kuda mudiwa I need your love, love, love. Pando kuda, yeah.
Well,
I
it's
need
almost
you.
like you were foretelling what was going to be
Yeah.
happening to you.
You
Well,
know.
that's Nyasha Timbe, Zimbabwe. Let's enjoy our festive period. Enjoy responsibly. Until next week, enjoy your festivities.